first time to Tanzhe Temple, book this route collection, so you can efficiently tour Beijing Tanzhe Temple today. Spend a day and a night to do the route planning map, so you can easily punch the key attractions, not get lost. Located in Changping district in the northwest of Beijing, Beijing Tanzhe Temple is a Buddhist temple with a long history and a deep cultural heritage. Below we will introduce each attraction and temple building from start to finish. First, we entered before coming into the middle of the pagoda courtyard, where 71 brick or stone pagodas of monks are buried. In front of the pagoda are 2 pines and a pair of stone lions. The pines are strong and the stone lions are powerful. After the pagoda, there is a single-hole stone arch bridge, from which you can see the mountain gate. When you walk inside, you will see the majestic temple of the Heavenly King standing here, in which the statue of Maitreya Buddha is enshrined, and on both sides are the statues of the 4 Heavenly Kings, which are about 3 meters high. The Hall of Heavenly Kings is the main entrance of the temple and one of the landmarks of Tanzhe Temple. After purchasing your ticket, enter through the main gate of the scenic spot and you will see the Temple of the Heavenly King, with a Popan Pan on the east side and another road up the hill to enjoy the mountain view on the west side. After passing through the Hall of Heavenly Kings, you will come to the Daxinbao Hall, which is the highest-ranking temple in the temple, with the blessed sea pearl written by Emperor Qianlong on the front of the door. And behind the Daxinbao Hall is the 1,400-year-old, nearly 40-meter-tall ginkgo tree. Ginkgo trees are another major feature of Tanzhe Temple, known as the oldest tree in the capital. Facing the temple is the Vihara Pavilion, with 500 Buddha statues on the lower level and 3 Bodhisattvas on the upper level. It is one of the largest buildings in Tanzhe Temple and is known as the most beautiful temple in the capital. At the incense burner, there is a wish-granting sign that can be hung, and when you enter the east side door towards the right, you will find the abbot's house, which is the temple's governing body. Continuing to the east is the Pavilion of Floating Cups, once a place where princes and ministers drank and played with kanzi. From the north exit of the pavilion, walk up through the golden-encrusted bamboo forest to the Vajrayansha Pagoda, another landmark in the temple, which was used for the main empress to pray for blessings. To the east is the Jiazhou Hall in Yanxian. The Jiazhou Hall is dedicated to the statue of Jiazhou Wang Bodhisattva, and Yanxian is a small pride and memory. To the west, see the upward intersection up to the highest Yuanchang Hall, the highest building in the temple, flanked by the Piyu Xian Hall and Wenshu Hall respectively. For visitors to Tanzhe Temple, a visit to Yuanchang Hall, Piyu Xian Hall, and Wenshu Hall is also an essential trip. Located at the highest point of the Temple of the Round Pass is the central building of the entire Tanzhe Temple, with a magnificent building, the eaves of which are raised and handsome. The Hall of Puxian is a hall dedicated to the Bodhisattva Puxian. The statue of Puxian in the hall is stately and dignified, wearing a gorgeous robe, and is one of the most beautiful Buddha statues in Tanzhe Temple. The Hall of Manjushri is a hall dedicated to Manjushri, the god of wisdom, and the statue of Manjushri in the hall is solemn and serene. With the lights in the hall, it looks more sacred. After visiting the Hall of the Round Pass, the Hall of the Universal Sage and the Hall of Manjushri, visitors can go to the west side of the Hall of the Goddess of Mercy to visit the Hall of the Stonefish. Inside the Stonefish Hall is a large stonefish, which visitors can touch gently on the stonefish, which is said to be able to eliminate diseases and bless peace. Directly opposite to the Stonefish Hall is a huge statue of Guanyin Bodhisattva. Inside the Hall of Guanyin is enshrined the Dharma body statue and the seated statue of Guanyin Bodhisattva, which is clothed in a gorgeous robe and has a kind face and is one of the most representative Buddha statues in the temple. Going out from the east side door of Guanyin Hall, visitors can continue on through the Temple of Precepts and come to the Tiger Hearing Sutra Cave. Inside the cave is a tiger statue and a row of incense burners. It is said that every year on the 3rd day of the first month, monks in the temple hold a Tiger Buddha Sutra listening session to pray for a good harvest and peace. Finally, visitors can walk along the downhill road and leave the temple to end this wonderful trip to Tanzhe Temple. Whether you are a Buddhist or non-Buddhist, Tanzhe Temple is a mysterious and beautiful place to visit.